Good afternoon everyone and welcome to the 6th Kent Press and Broadcast Awards ceremony. I'm Rachel Knight from Maxim and we're the PR and marketing agency that organises the awards. Now, obviously this wasn't what we had planned for this year. We should be at the Spitfire ground enjoying a 3-course meal and having a good catch up. But because of this, instead of being here, I'm actually stood in my kitchen. Now, we've never put together a virtual ceremony before, so do bear with us. You've probably gathered by now that we've gone for cheese rather than class. But there are some advantages to having to do it this way. We didn't have to agonise over the table plan this year, and we can all have a drink without having to worry about getting home. The aim of the awards, however, remains the same. We're here to celebrate local journalism. Journalism that informs, investigates, celebrates, gives a voice to the community and holds power to account, which this year is more important than ever. Please remember to join in on social media using #KPBA. If we can't chat in person, then let's do it online. We do normally manage to trend on Twitter during the ceremony, and I don't want today to be any different. You'll find a programme for the ceremony on the KPBA website, which you can find at kpbawards.co.uk, or some of you who are lucky enough to have a goodie bag delivered in the last couple of weeks will find one in there. It gives you all the information you need, including the finalists, a bit about our sponsors, and the running order for today. Now, normally you'd have Andrew Metcalf doing the introductions, but he's been otherwise engaged recently. Let's find out where he's been.
So normally I'll be stood in my suit at a lectern, introducing you to the guest speaker and celebrating everything that is excellent about our county's local press. Unfortunately, I'm having to work from home. But as you can see, it's a bit of a challenge. But anyway, to everybody who's been shortlisted and in the finals, good luck, and I hope to see you in person next year. Obviously not here, but at the cricket ground. So, all the best, congratulations, everyone's a winner. There may be troubles ahead, but while there's swimming and flamingos instead. Ba, 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 da, ba, da.
Well, that was a treat for everybody. Thank you, Andrew. So I'm afraid you've got me instead. As you probably know, we had Simon McCoy from the BBC lined up to host this year, but very sadly, due to the current circumstances, he couldn't make it. But he has sent all our finalists a good luck message.
Well, I'm very sorry I can't be with you all, and you're not all in the same place anyway this year, but after what has been a really horrible year to just be covering the news, I'm just sorry that we can't just lighten the mood a bit and be attending the annual ceremony. But I do want to wish all the finalists all the best in the world. This is a really important moment, and having spoken to winners in the past, I know what it does mean for them. And it also, this year more than any other, I think we understand the importance of local journalism. It's by no accident that the biggest rating programme on BBC One is the local news, and has been for the last few months, because of people's need to know what's going on from trusted sources. And that's why awards such as ours are so important, and why events like that, where we all get together and can let our hair down a bit, are also important. So we're missing out on that. But to all of you taking part, congratulations for getting as far as you do. To the finalists, good luck. And let's hope that this time next year we can celebrate properly with you all. So best of luck and have a great day.
Thank you, Simon. We really appreciate you doing that. Now, before we go any further, I have to say some thank yous. Firstly, to the 10 sponsors who are supporting the awards this year. You'll be seeing all of them throughout the ceremony. It's been a tough time for everyone, so we're incredibly grateful that they've stuck with us. A massive thank you to them all. Now, in the last couple of weeks, we've been all over the county delivering a goodie bag to every finalist, and I say we, but actually a special thank you goes to Jane, who's Andrew's wife, who's been out delivering. But that was only possible thank you to our sponsors. There's a bottle of wine in the bag, so do have a little celebratory drink during the ceremony. Secondly, a huge thank you to our judges. This year they had to meet over Zoom, so they didn't even get a free lunch. We can't take them for a thank you dinner. but they still put a huge amount of effort in reviewing every single entry before the usual arguments to decide on the results. Every year, the judges have highlighted one or more entries that they felt really stood out, but for whatever reason didn't win the category in which they were shortlisted. So, to help make sure that these entries receive the recognition they deserved, this year the judges have come up with 2 new awards. We have the Golden Pen for writers and the Golden Microphone for broadcasters. They won't be awarded every year, only when the judges really feel like it's worthwhile. Today you'll have to wait till the end of the ceremony to find out who they're going to be awarded to. Now, a final thank you to everyone who found time to submit an entry this year. We had 139, which during a pandemic I don't think is too bad at all. One final thing, at Maxim we're celebrating our 25th anniversary this year, so I do hope you'll join us in a toast. You can see Philip and Andrew here in 1995 launching the company. If you follow Maxim on our social media channels, I take every opportunity possible to share this photo. I don't think we can see it enough. Right, let's crack on with the awards. Oh, hang on.
Hello everybody. Did you really think I could miss the Kent Press and Broadcast Awards? Well, Floyd and I have been doing... Let's get the awards started.
Time to crack on. Right, we are going to kick off with Best Use of Digital Media, which is sponsored by Eurotunnel. So I'm going to hand over to Natalie Benville for the results.
Wow, what a real strange time that we're living in at the moment. But what I do have to say on behalf of Eurotunnel is a huge thank you to Maxim for still allowing these awards to go ahead. So, we are delighted this year to be sponsor of the Best Use of Digital Media, and highly commended goes to Stuart Maisner of BBC South East Digital. Well done.
Digital video producer Stuart Maisner submitted 3 very different examples of work, which included a tame pigeon and a vicar who's also a stand-up comedian. The judges were particularly impressed with his first-person interview with a child explaining living with ADHD, and overall they thought Stuart's stories became much more engaging because they've been presented digitally. Well done, Stuart. Now back to Natalie to announce the winner.
So, the winner is Lizzie Massey of BBC South East Digital. Huge congratulations to you both.
Lizzie took primary control of BBC South East Instagram account in 2019 and doubled their followers to 25,000 within a year. The success of her reporter-led weekly news roundups and chatty photo of the day posts led to developing this conversational treatment on stories across all platforms. The judges loved Lizzie, calling her fresh, engaging and knowledgeable, matching the content for the appropriate channel. Congratulations, Lizzie.
So, let's move on to Kent Magazine of the Year. The honour of announcing this one falls to me, as I've been entrusted with the precious blue envelopes. So, let's find out who's won the highly commended in the category Kent Magazine of the Year. Highly commended is the Margate Mercury. Founder and publisher Claire Freeman entered KPBA for the first time this year, and she was also the first person to enter back in January, so she's had a long time to wait for the results. The judges love the fact that the Margate Mercury has grown from 3 people to a staff of 13, from 16 pages to 64, and it's profitable, which is no mean feat in today's market. They're also impressed that the brand has grown and now includes the Ramsgate Recorder and the Broadstairs Beacon. So well done to Claire and the team. Now, let's find out who's the winner. Another blue envelope. And the winner of Magazine of the Year is Scene Magazine. Amazingly, this is the 3rd year in a row that Scene has been named Kent Magazine of the Year. And that's not a decision that judges take lightly. They always like to see improvements, but this year they said Scene was head and shoulders above the rest. They were particularly impressed that it's now distributed to more than 700 outlets, and by teaming up with Southeastern, one of our KPBA sponsors, they reached 1.7 million monthly train users with their e-edition. The team's objective remains the same, to highlight the talent in Kent by producing high standard original content. Clearly it's paying off, so well done guys, congratulations.
Okay, now for the Neil Bell Kent Sports Journalist of the Year, supported by Kent Cricket. For those who don't know, Neil won this award for 3 consecutive years before he sadly passed away, so it seemed only right that we rename the award in his honour. So, over to Becca Smith to reveal the results.
Hi, my name's Becca Smith and I'm from Kent Cricket. We're delighted to be supporting the Kent Press and Broadcast Awards. 2020 has been an exceptionally challenging year for everybody, so it's great that we're able to come together, recognise and celebrate so many within the industry. It's my honour to be presenting the Neil Bell Kent Sports Journalist of the Year. So the highly commended Neil Bell Kent Sports Journalist of the Year for 2020 is Joe Caution of KMTV. Congratulations.
Joe's been the producer of KMTV's weekly sports show Team Talk for almost 2 years. He aims to showcase different sports and celebrate grassroots achievements. The judges loved his energy and excitement and thought he was demonstrably better than last year, managing to get some good comments out of the people he interviewed. Well done, Joe. Right, back to Becca to reveal the winner.
And without further ado, the winner of the Neil Bell Kent Sports Journalist of the Year for 2020 is Juliet Parkin of BBC South East Today. Congratulations, Juliet.
Juliet was Neil Bell's successor at BBC South East, so we're really pleased she's won this award. She says she not only reports on the successes and failures of champions, but also finds the human stories behind the headlines. The judges picked up on this and loved that she looks at the role of sport in wider society and how it can transform people's lives. They said it's the way sports journalism should be heading and that the variety of her work was excellent. Well done, Juliet.
So, let's find out who's making a commitment to the community in Kent. This award is sponsored by Saga, so it's over to Stuart Beamish to announce the results.
Well, all the team at Saga are delighted to support the KBPA Awards, and I'm here to present the Commitment to the Community Award. So first of all, the highly commended winner is this KMFM Project Kent.
Project Kent was a programme that asked KMFM's listeners to nominate community projects in need of help. The KMFM team ended up spending a whole week transforming Shepway Chariots, a community garden run by volunteers to spread awareness about the environment. The judges said it was really quite lovely and that the team had gone out and made a real difference. Okay, Stuart, back to you to reveal the winner.
And the winner of the Commitment to the Community Award is the Isle of Thanet News. Congratulations.
The Isle of Thanet News is a community-based newspaper. Kathy Bales and Jodie Nesling are always volunteering, whether it's running a tombola, chairing hustings, hand-delivering papers to local hospices, or giving talks about local news to community groups. When COVID hit, they pulled together a special edition of the paper, full of help and useful information, particularly aimed at those who couldn't access it online. The judges thought they demonstrated their commitment well and were truly there for the community all year round. Congratulations to Kathy and Jodie.
Okay, next up is Kent Designer of the Year, and also the very first time that I get to open the envelopes, which I'm genuinely excited about after all this time. We had the most ever entries for this category, and the judges said there were lots of good things happening in design. So if you're a finalist, well done. Okay, so the highly commended Kent Designer of the Year is Jim Lyons of Scene magazine. Scene celebrated its 3rd anniversary by refreshing the magazine's design, which, they say, has a relatable vision for every subject they discuss. It now has a more luxurious feel, but it's also more environmentally friendly. The judges loved the way images are used and the page layout, saying Scene obviously cares about consumer touchpoints. Well done to Jim and the team. Right, now for Kent Designer of the Year. And the winner is Jonathan Brewer of BBC South East Today. Jonathan's specialist area is 3D design, animation and post-production, and he was able to demonstrate a wide range of skills in his entries. The judges said he'd transformed some humdrum features with great graphics and that everything he touched was clever and innovative without distracting from the presenter. Congratulations, Jonathan.
Next up is Kent Media Innovation of the Year. This one's sponsored by BAE Systems, so over to Dan Palmer to reveal the results.
Here at BAE Systems, innovation is at the heart of everything we do. So it's a real pleasure that I'm able to announce the winners of this year's Kent Media Innovation of the Year Award for the Kent Press and Broadcast Awards 2020. Congratulations to everybody who took part, and particularly for those who were shortlisted for this year's nominations. First of all, I'd like to announce the winner of the highly commended person in this category, and the award goes to James Dunham of ITV Meridian.
James's entry was based on the learning curve that many of us had to come to terms with at the beginning of lockdown, when phrases like Zoom meeting and you're on mute were still pretty rare. The judges were impressed with the interview with a woman who was self-isolating in a first-floor flat and said James's solution really brought the story to life. So well done, James. And now for the winner.
And the winner of this year's Kent Media Innovation of the Year Award goes to Mark Simonite of KMTV. Congratulations, Mark.
Perhaps not surprisingly, COVID was also a big factor in technical coordinator Mark's entry. KMTV soon realised they couldn't put together their daily show from the studio. Mark adapted their system to the point that every single person involved in the broadcast was at a different location, which they believe is a first in the UK. The judges said it made them realise there were hamsters pedalling away behind the scenes, and that they were impressed that KMTV not only kept the show on the road, but the viewing figures went up. So congratulations to Mark and the team at KMTV.
Okay, now for the Kent Feature Journalist of the Year, sponsored by MHA McIntyre Hudson. This year, the judges made a request to split the category into print and broadcast, basically because they were just too difficult to judge together. So we begin with print, which also covers written features online. The judges said this was a really difficult category to judge as the standard was so high. So congratulations if you're a finalist. Now I'm going to hand over to Sue Rathmore to announce the results.
Hi everybody, my name is Sue Rathmell and I'm a partner with MHA McIntyre Hudson. We're a firm of accountants. We're based in Canterbury and Maidstone and also in London and elsewhere around the country. We're delighted to be sponsoring 2 awards for the Kent Feature Journalist of the Year, for the Kent Press and Broadcasting Awards. What a shame we can't be all together in a room having a lot of fun, but never mind, it's exciting to find out who's won. So, without further ado, I'm going to start with the Kent Feature Journalist of the Year print, and this is the highly commended. So let's find out who has won the highly commended. And the prize goes to Lauren McDougall of Kent Live. Well done, Lauren.
Lauren says a good feature writer forces the reader to care about issues, people and places they would normally be indifferent to. You need a captivating headline, a fascinating subject and an expertly weaved narrative. The judges thought Lauren's examples of work were excellent and said she'd really come on since last year. They also loved how she spotted her stories and then got really stuck into the subjects. Well done, Lauren. And now for the winner.
Now, who is the winner of the Kent Feature Journalist of the Year Award? It's a print award. Let's find out. Very exciting. And the winner is Jack Dyson of Kentish Gazette. Congratulations, Jack.
According to Jack, an effective feature has to be informative and interesting to readers who might otherwise have turned the page. His undercover investigation into the self-exclusion scheme used by problem gamblers to ban themselves from betting shops really impressed the judges. They said he'd gone above and beyond. It was a really important thing to do and was real shoe leather journalism. Pounding the streets obviously paid off. Well done, Jack. Okay, on to Kent Feature Journalist of the Year in the broadcast category. The judges said this was a really tough one to judge as there were so many quality entries. So back to Sue to announce the highly commended.
Okay, so now we move on to the awards for the broadcast, Kent Feature Journalist of the Year broadcast, and this is the highly commended. And the winner is Joe Koshan of KMTV. Congratulations, Joe.
Wow, another highly commended for Joe. The judges really enjoyed his work and say he's getting better and better. His favourite features of the year were during the height of the COVID pandemic, when he showcased Kent's key workers every day for 2 weeks, all self-shot, scripted and edited by Jay. The judges said he was good at getting something out of nothing and that his work is clever, thoughtful and creative. And now for the winner.
And finally, the Kent Featured Journalist of the Year broadcast. The winner is... The winner is Claudia Sanbezis of BBC South East Today. Very well done to you, Claudia. Well done to everybody.
Now, this might be our first ever entry to have been on Gogglebooks. Claudia's feature on an anonymous donation of £60,000 worth of designer clothes to a Kent charity shop got picked up by every national newspaper and then internationally. The judges loved her energy and humour. They said she was warm, interesting and got great quotes from people. Well done, Claudia.
Next is the Kent Photographer of the Year category. This one's sponsored by Bracious. So over to Alexandra Gordon for the results.
Hi, my name is Alexandra Gordon and I'm from Bracious Solicitors. I will be announcing the Kent Photographer of the Year 2020. Bracious is a big supporter of charitable giving and the community in which we have been part of for 125 years. Being a sponsor of the Kent Press and Broadcast Awards is just one of the many ways in which we give back to the community. During such uncertain times, the county's press remains an important way of keeping us aware of the important issues. It's been said many times that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and all of the nominees in this category have exemplified this through their work and aided to keep us informed about what we need to know. So, highly commended in the category of Kent Photographer of the Year 2020 goes to Lewis Durham. Congratulations, Lewis.
Lewis has had a varied career, working at an international features agency, national newspapers, and as picture editor for Auto Express. Now he freelances and clients include the local media. The judges said he has a great artistic talent and visual balance, specialising in framing to help tell the story. So well done, Lewis. Back to Alexandra now for the winner.
And the winner of Kent Photographer of the Year 2020 goes to Andy Jones. Congratulations, Andy.
Andy has worked in Kent for 15 years, where he contributed to most of the county's newspapers during that time. In February, he was set an assignment to photograph a lady who was setting up a naked cleaning business and said he felt absolute fear when he knocked on her door. The story behind the image is why Andy loves working for local newspapers, and he says it's not always about angry people pointing at things. Sometimes it's about carefully placing cleaning products in the right places. The judges said that Andy was a standout winner. He produces good, classic local press photography, telling a great story with every image. Congratulations to Andy.
Okay, let's move on to Kent Columnist of the Year and more blue envelopes for me. So let's kick off with the highly commended Kent Columnist of the Year, and that is Mary Harris of the Kent and Sussex Courier. Mary joined the Courier in 1998 as a trainee reporter, but last year she was given her own column. She covers nostalgia, hard news and ongoing issues and aims to ruffle a few feathers but have a giggle at the same time. The judges said Mary's background as a reporter really showed, as did her love for the area she covers. They also said she added value to the Courier, which is something every column should do. Well done, Mary. Right, on to the winner. And the Kent Columnist of the Year is Jane Wenham-Jones of the Isle of Thanet News. Jane says she's thrilled to be writing a column for the Isle of Thanet News and that she's had a great response to her accounts of life in lockdown. Readers have told her it really cheers them up and gives them something to laugh about in these difficult times. The judges said Jane's lockdown diary was head and shoulders above the other entries, and at a time when we were all left floundering, it was something really powerful to latch onto. I hope you've started it up again, Jane. Well done.
Once again, I've got the blue envelope. So now for the Kent Print Journalist of the Year, which the judges said was a very strong category, which showed elements of really great journalism. So well done to all the finalists. And highly commended for Print Journalist of the Year 2020 is Marika Hall of the Thania Extra. Marika says she has always felt incredibly privileged to be a reporter, to help tell people's stories, challenge authorities, expose injustice and celebrate achievements within the community. Where other journalists failed, she managed to secure an interview with Stephen Ford, the father of toddler twins who were tragically killed by their mother. Judges were impressed, and also with the way she followed up the inquest, forming a true bond with Stephen that led to more interviews. So well done, Marika. And now, on to the winner. And the winner of the Kent Print Journalist of the Year 2020 is Lydia Chandler-Hicks of Kentish Gazette. Lydia only moved to Kent a few years ago, but through hard work and huge amounts of time spent out and about in Canterbury, she now considers herself a seasoned reporter with a deep understanding of her patch. She says that at a time when suspicion of journalists is widespread, but reliable news is so hugely important, she is exceedingly proud of the reputation she's built as a trusted reporter. Judges said that her work was not only brilliant, but also important. Her interviews were beautifully done, and she is a voice for the voiceless. That's quite an endorsement, Lydia. So congratulations.
Okay, on to Kent Broadcast Journalist of the Year now, and an all-female lineup, and I think that's the first time that's ever happened. So it's down to me to reveal the highly commended Kent Broadcast Journalist of the Year, and that is Sarah Saunders of ITV News Meridian. Sarah is one of Meridian's most experienced correspondents. They say she's highly versatile and equally at home with major breaking news, investigative work and features. The judges particularly liked her report on a murder case that saw her delivering her report while driving the route that the murderer took. They said she was clearly a very good broadcast journalist. Well done, Sarah. Right, now for the winner. The Kent Broadcast Journalist of the Year is Josie Hannett of BBC South East Today. Josie started her career in 2014 as the KM Group's editorial apprentice, becoming a senior journalist at KMTV. She then moved on to Sky News as an output producer before becoming a journalist at BBC South East Today last year. I suspect she just came back to Kent so she could enter KPPA again, but clearly that's paid off. The judges said she is going to have a very, very good career. Her work is inspired and she asks great questions. Well done, JC.
Okay, so on to the Kent News Website of the Year, sponsored by the Port of Dover. I'll hand over now to Richard Christian for the first result.
Hi there, I'm Richard Christian, and as you can see from the blatant branding, I'm from the Port of Dover. I would have normally worn a suit, but it was the only thing I could find with anything Port of Dover related to it, so there you go. I'm delighted that the Port is once again sponsoring the Kent Press and Broadcast Awards. We've sponsored the awards for a number of years now as a key business within the county. You may have heard of us. We have the odd ferry and the odd other floating craft turn up every now and again, a few trucks, hopefully having a few more after the end of this year. But delighted to be sponsoring this year the Kent News Website of the Year category. So without further ado, I shall announce highly commended. And the award for highly commended for Kent News Website of the Year 2020 is the Isle of Thanet News. Congratulations.
The Isle of Thanet News is an independent website that launched in 2017. Owner Kathy Bales says the site reaches across the demographic, including underrepresented sections of the community. It gives a voice and a platform for uncovering wrongdoing, educating, informing, supporting, and celebrating issues and people in Thanet. The judges said the site was clearly serving its community. They loved the human interest stories and said it was clean, interesting, and interesting to read. Congratulations to Kathy. Let's now go back to Richard to find out who's won the category.
Now to the winner of the Kent News Website of the Year. And the winner goes to Kent Online. Many congratulations.
Kent Online say their page views have increased by 32% over the year, and the site saw a 58% increase in users. There's also been an emphasis on creating stories that engage readers for longer. The judges were impressed with the year-on-year growth and said the site was full of good, useful journalism and was improving all the time. So well done to the team at Kent Online.
Okay, let's move on to Kent Newspaper of the Year, sponsored by South Eastern. I'm going to hand over to Chris Vinson with some very subtle branding.
Hello, my name is Chris Vinson and I am Head of External Communications at South Eastern Railway. And it is our pleasure once again this year to sponsor the Kent Newspaper of the Year Award at the Kent Press and Broadcast Awards. It has been an incredible year. For us in the transport industry, we continue to work hard to reassure our passengers that they can travel with confidence with us. Regular cleaning, additional staff at stations, one-way systems, enforcement of face covering, wearing, and a whole range of things that would have been unimaginable a year ago. Newspapers across the county have risen to the challenge, including helping organisations like ours get out the message that it is safe to travel and ensuring that public health information is being provided in a responsible manner to the populations that they serve. So without further ado, the highly commended for this year's Kent Press and Broadcast Awards Newspaper of the Year is Kent Messenger.
Over the past year, the Kent Messenger has launched 10 campaigns and 21 initiatives, ranging from protecting play areas to properties for ex-service personnel. Editor Denise Eaton says the small team demonstrates unrelenting pride and passion in their work, serving the community with 4 editions of the Kent Messenger and an online presence. The judges were impressed with the fact that they were campaigning on behalf of their readers, as well as delivering a good selection of news. Well done to Denise and the team. Now, back to Chris for the winner.
And the winner of this year's Kent Press and Broadcast Awards Newspaper of the Year is Kentish Gazette.
The Kentish Gazette's editor, Joe Walker, probably echoed all our thoughts when he said 2019 feels like a lifetime ago. But he said it was refreshing to sift through some old papers and remind themselves of what they've achieved. He says they don't buy into the notion that print is yesterday's news and are more determined than ever to show why. I'll be honest, at Maxim, that is music to our ears. The judges said the Kentish Gazette was full of great features and stories. They called it punchy, vibrant, and a solid, loud voice for Canterbury. Well done to Joe and the team.
And now for Kent Programme of the Year, sponsored by Digiton Video Production. Before I hand over to Tom Chown to reveal the results, I should say the judges found it extremely hard to decide between the highly commended and the winner in this category. It was a very close call.
Congratulations to all the finalists this year. Sorry we can't all be together, but let's find out who's highly commended Kent Programme of the Year. Thank you. Highly commended goes to ITV News Meridian. Congratulations.
Meridian entered their migrant special for Programme of the Year, and the judges said it was an extremely close second to the winner. The programme gave viewers a rare insight into a very complex issue after reporter John Ryle spent time with the Kent Refugee Action Network team and the young refugees they assist. He did that without a camera to earn their trust, and the result was some extremely powerful interviews. Congratulations to John and the Meridian team. Now let's go back to Tom to find out the winner.
So this year's winner of Kent Programme of the Year is... Congratulations, BBC South East Today.
BBC South East Today say what they do best is broadcasting a high standard programme with a good mix of news, reports, features, interviews and lives. The judges agreed, saying the overall standard was of a very high quality, but there was also a level of creativity that you don't always get with those who have bigger budgets. So well done to the team in Tunbridge Wells.
Right, we're on to the final category of the afternoon. My wine is running low. but obviously do hang around for the golden pen and the golden microphone, which are up next. But now we are doing Kent New Journalist of the Year, which is for journalists in their first 2 years of work and sponsored by EKC Group. So I shall hand over to Jamie Weir for the results.
Hi, I'm Jamie Weir, and I'm going to be presenting today's Kent New Journalist of the Year award on behalf of EKC Group. As an organisation, we've got skills development at our heart, so this award really kind of chimes for us, because it's about setting off a fledgling journalist on their new career. So it's fantastic. And on a personal note, I've sat where all of you are sitting right now as finalists in the Kent Press and Broadcast Awards, and I remember feeling incredibly proud that my work had been kind of recognised, even though I didn't win the awards in the end. But yeah, so all of you should feel incredibly proud today and feel really good about your achievement. So the Kent New Journalist of the Year, highly commended, first of all, is Megan Carr of the Gravesend Messenger, Dartford Messenger and Medway Messenger. Well done, Megan. That's brilliant.
When Megan finished school, she was determined to prove that she didn't need to go to university to be successful in the media industry. She began her role as an editorial apprentice at the Gravesend and Dartford Messenger in August 2019. So that's literally last year, which was less than 2 months after finishing her A-levels. I feel very old now, Megan, thank you. The judges were particularly impressed with the impact that Megan had when she wrote a story about a zoo that was struggling to feed its animals. Within a week, £50,000 have been raised by the public, and Megan says the fact that she was able to use her role to make people aware of the zoo struggles still amazes her to this day. The judges called her inspirational. Well done, Megan. Now, over to Jamie for the winner.
And this year's Kent New Journalist of the Year winner is Brad Harper of the Kentish Gazette. So well done, Brad. Congratulations. That's absolutely fantastic.
Brad graduated in July 2019 and joined the Kentish Gazette in the same month. He says he loves hands-on journalism, but his favourite stories to cover are the bread and butter issues, those that really matter to residents. The judges said he was a standout winner. He covers a great breadth of stories. They're sensitively written, as well as creating newsy, undercover stuff that they really wanted to read. Sounds like he's a great addition to the newspaper of the year, the Kentish Gazette. Well done, Brad. Right, so that's the last of the official categories for this afternoon, but we're going to finish with the golden pen and the golden microphone, which are both new for this year. As we said earlier, these awards are for the entries that the judges felt really stood out, but for whatever reason they didn't win the category in which they were shortlisted. I'll be honest, this is something that has happened for the last 2 years, and there was no way of recognising those people, so this is why this has been introduced. I am going to hand over to Andy for the golden pen.
I'm told the judges were originally inspired to award the golden pen by something I made for a photo opportunity last year for Royal British Legion Industries. I was going to bring it with me today, but it's enormous. So the first ever golden pen award goes to Chefway Vox. Website Chefway Vox caught the judges' eye because the stories they write have a real impact. One of their comments about a subject included the phrase, "They didn't just put a rat up his trousers, they sent a ferret right up there." Judges said that what they're doing is unique in Kent in terms of the impact and the depth of their investigative journalism. Congratulations to the team at Chefway Vox.
Right, our final award today is the golden microphone, and the privilege of announcing that one goes to me. So the first ever KPBA Golden Mic Award goes to Samuel Supple of Inside Out South East. Now, sadly, at the beginning of the pandemic, Sam found out that Inside Out had been cancelled, but he says with the confidence he gained from previous wins at KPBA and the relationships he's built during his 10 years as a Kent journalist, he was able to enter some of the best stories of his career. The judges felt he was making outstanding, uplifting documentaries. In fact, one of our judges said his piece on Punjabi football was one of the best documentaries she'd seen all year. They said his work was absolutely corkingly good, which might be one of the best compliments we've ever had at KPBA. Well done, Sam, and best of luck for the future. Right, so with that, the presentations are over for another year. Not the year we expected, not the year anyone wanted, but at least we've been able to recognise the very best of the best in digital, print, social media, TV, radio, video journalism, newspapers, magazines, columns, features, design, and much more, to be honest. I must say a massive thank you to the sponsors who supported the awards during such a hard year, as we genuinely couldn't run the scheme without them. Obviously, we've had to go virtual, but that doesn't mean we've eliminated our overheads. Without them, we just couldn't have done it. This is a very much a not-for-profit scheme, but they've helped us to make it happen. So a huge thank you to them. Another big thank you to our 8 judges who give up their time for free. All they really get is a very good argument. And they do argue, they passionately believe in every single person they shortlist. So if you've made it as a finalist today, well done. Thank you, judges. You do such a brilliant job every year, and we're very, very grateful. I must say a thank you to my colleagues. For those who don't know, I've been working for the NHS since March, so I've not had as much time to dedicate to KPBA as I normally would. I'm going to say a special thank you to Erica because she's done so much more than she normally would, and I'm just really grateful to all of them. Thank you. I get emotional at my own speech. And then finally, a thank you to everyone who's entered this year. Obviously, we couldn't do it without you. If nobody entered, this would be completely pointless. So thank you to everybody. Really hope, fingers crossed, we will see you in person next year. I'm going to finish with a little toast to all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking part. Happy anniversary to Maxim, 25 this year. And finally, I'm going to hand back to Andrew for a final word. I think he's popped back to France and hopefully put his trunks on. See you next year, everyone.
So, that was a great awards ceremony. Thank you very much, everybody. Congratulations to everybody. We've thanked our judges. We've thanked our sponsors. I now need to thank the team at Maxim. While I'm here, relaxing in the pool, people have been working their proverbials off back at Maxim Towers. And most importantly, the person who's done most of the work has been Rachel. So Rachel, thank you for your commitment to the awards. Thank you for everything that you do. And here's to 2021, and we'll see you soon. Cheers, everybody. Thanks. Bye. Nice. That's a wrap.
Hard news and ongoing issues and aims to unravel.
Start again.
Jane says she's thrilled to be writing a column for the Isle of Thanet News and that she's a great...
So first, we've got highly commended. And the winner is... That's the wrong pig in envelope. Stop.
And that privilege... No.
I'm told the judges were originally inspired to award the Golden Pen by something I made for a photo opportunity last night. God almighty.
In fact, one of our judges said his piece on Punjabi football was one of the best documentaries she'd seen all year. Let's start this again. And cut.
I'll just do that last bit again. So back to win. Sorry. So back.
The Kentish. Over the past.
Congratulations to the Thanet News. The Isle of Thanet, sorry.
Over the past year, the Kent Messenger has launched 10 campaigns and 21 initiatives, ranging from protecting play areas to properties for ex-person.
Start all over again.
Over the past year, the Kent Messenger has launched 10 campaigns and 21 initiatives. No, this is terrible. Get it together, Rachel. The Kentish Gazette's editor. The Kentish Gazette's editor. The Kentish Gazette's editor. The Kentish Gazette's editor.
Stop. Redo.
Okay. Are we still recording? Oh, we are recording. That's good. Okay.
Judges said that what they're doing is unique in Kent in terms of... Start again.
The Kentish...
Oh, nearly there.
mean that that's... No. Okay.
Two of their comments about a subject included... God, it's just one of their comments, not two.
The judges said this was a really difficult category to judge as the standard was so high. So congratulations if you're a finalist. Alice, stop barking! This year, the judges made a request to split the crack. Oh, God.
So now let's stop. Let's start again. So
he's undercover
Line said their page views have increased by 30. Sorry, I'll start again.
This might be our first ever entry to have been on Gogglebox. Claudia's feature. Right, let's come.
And I've lost. Hello, everybody. Oh, joy.
I get to open the envelopes, which I'm genuinely excited about after all these times.
They were particularly impressed that it's.
We had the most ever entries for this category, and the judges said there were lots of good things happening in design.
I'll redo that one again now.
He aims to showcase different sports and celebrate grassroots. Joe's been the producer of KNTV's weekly sports show. Yeah.
The judges loved that the Margate Mercury.
So I'm going to hand over to Andy for the giant. No, not giant. I'm just sat in the kitchen on my own laughing.